So, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you for coming out, San Fernando Valley Democratic Party. Appreciate you hosting this event. We need as many of these to happen across the city. In the midst of a presidential election, the fact that we have so many people here, we understand that this mayoral election is super important for the future of this city. Now, I'm grateful to have the opportunity to speak to you today about the city that we all love, my home, where I was born and raised. We're at a crossroads. We need to decide where we want to be and how we want to get there. Now, current elected officials, and some of them on the stage here as well, say that we're making progress on their watch. Now, when I'm out there talking to Angelinos, I know that progress isn't coming fast enough. It is hard to, go up to men and women in, Arleta, Silmar, and talk to them about how to find a job. It is hard to tell them that we're making progress. It's hard to talk to the victims and Van Nuys of last week's crimes that this city's never been safer. It's hard to speak to people in Pacoima without any sidewalks or street lights and tell them that we're making progress. Now, the solution to the problem is not necessarily electing someone with experience. This city needs change. It needs a mayor that's going to solve problems. It needs a mayor that's going to address the most difficult issues regardless of who's behind those issues, regardless of how popular they are. We have a runaway pension bill in this city that is not being addressed, that it's leading us to being on the brink of bankruptcy. Unemployment, lack of industry, infrastructure crumbling, and crime still existing in many of our neighborhoods. These problems won't be addressed by politicians who call baby steps real progress. We need a mayor who will take bold steps to address these problems and won't create them by ignoring the needs of everyday Angelinos. Now, I'm presenting myself as that candidate that's different. I've lived the life and walked the streets of those that feel the most forgotten in this city. I can use my experiences, not just as doing constituent services for a local council member, but also being an entrepreneur, a business executive, and a member of President Obama's economic recovery team to address these issues. We need new ideas, new energy in City Hall. We can't wait for a crisis to strike and hope that our politicians deal their way out of the mess that they created. Some say that leadership is responding to crisis. Well, I say it's not. It's addressing the issues head on before we get to crisis. Thank you.
I want to thank all the